Hey, yeah, this is Dan Ellis, and one of the things that I really wanted to do here is to let everybody know just what a special person Tyson James Lee is. I mean, obviously, if you're taking a look at Tyson, you're looking to improve your health and fitness, you're looking to feel better, you're looking to look better, you're looking to lose weight, you're looking to have stronger relationships, you're looking to have just a better, more well-rounded life in general, right? And the reality is, I've known Tyson for 3 years, and before that, he and I had a different relationship. I was in a mentoring role with him, but I can tell you, folks, I hired Tyson earlier this year in 2016 because, well, I needed his help. Probably the very same thing that you're looking for. I have multiple sclerosis, and I've had it for about 10 years, and while I battled to get myself out of being handicapped and just coming to terms with my illness and just getting my life back in order, it took nearly a decade to get there. And one of the things that you know honestly happened through that 10 years is I just kind of lost myself, right? So where was I before I found Tyson as a client earlier this year? I was in a place where I was just lost. I have a great career. I've had in sales and sales management, and that was always something that I just kind of leaned on. But the rest of my life was way out of balance, and you know I exercise a lot, and I still do, probably 6 days a week for the last 5 years, fairly consistently. But I was burnt out. Like, honestly, I was burnt out with work. I was burnt out with my workouts. The results that I would see consistently in my health, they just started to decline. They plateaued a couple of years ago, and they just started to decline. And I just knew that something was missing, right? You get attracted to Tyson because he's a great looking guy, right? And he's just has an amazing build, and his energy just, I mean, is just intoxicating, right? And so you know that there's something that he's doing that you want. And I knew Tyson, like I said, for a few years now, and I knew that I could trust him in this area, right? I could trust him with my life. And very, very, very few people have I gone as deep with as I have with Tyson over the last 6 months. So, briefly, as I was mentioning, before working with him, I was burnt out. My muscle tone was just flat. And my muscles, overall felt dead. And like I said, I worked out as much as I possibly could. I was just, constantly taking on stimulants and nootropics and, caffeine just to make it through the day, just to stimulate my head. But the reality was I was tired, I was foggy, and my libido was low. Just my enthusiasm and overall outlook on life was just kind of flat, right? I mean, I'm a positive person, but the reality is there was lots of things missing. Some of my closest relationships were kind of non-existent, to the point where maybe they were even being neglected and suffering. My finances were, honestly, they weren't so good, right? There was something missing, and I just was out of balance. So when I started working with Tyson, I mean, I know his style, right? If you watched him for a while, he just grabs you, right? He grabs your attention. He's no nonsense, and he says, in a coaching environment, this is what you need to do. He asks you very openly what it is that you need. He finds out specifically what it is that's holding you back, and he asks you the hardest questions, the questions that nobody else asks of you, right? And honestly, makes you think. And if you're very coachable and you know that you want to shift in your life, you open up to him. Why? Because you probably heard his story several different times. You know that this guy has gone to battle in many areas of his life. And if you're going to battle in any areas of your life and you're not finding balance, you just know that you can trust him, right? That he's going to get in the trenches with you in your deepest, most buried, covered issues of your life, whether that's health, wealth, family, or even your fitness, right? And what he does is Tyson and TyFit, the program that he's created, really works you from the inside out. Tyson realizes that, your ability to live a balanced life and to maintain your health and fitness and wellness has everything to do with balancing every area of your life. Because if you let one area of your life go, it tends to, at the point of serious neglect, require all of your attention, right, in order to balance. And then when you seek to balance relationships or balance your finances and put all your efforts there, you tend to let your health and wellness go. So Tyson has a program that's really simple. I mean, it's really simple. You have to work your butt off. You have to follow it to the T, but it works, right? And so, it's not conventional, right? He teaches you the fact that most health professionals are lying to you, right? That you're misinformed and that it's not your fault. But if you really want to take ownership of that, right? If you really want to get results, you got to fucking man up, become a stronger woman, become a greater person, and own your shit in order to create permanent lifestyle changes, right? So his program isn't just about losing weight, right? That's one of the wonderful byproducts of it, right? And it's not just about getting more energy, because again, that's a wonderful byproduct. It's not just about having greater sexual potency and desire for your mate, right? It's not just about feeling better about yourself. It's not just about having better relationships, right? It's not just about having massive abundance and getting everything that you want in life. It's about all of those things. And I can tell you that, going in, I just wanted to feel better. I didn't know that all those other things were going to happen. And I'm telling you, within 30 days of working with him, my life completely shifted. I dropped sugar. I dropped alcohol from my diet. And I got to tell you, once I was able to make the shift over the first 10 days, everything in my life changed. I became clearer, right? I became stronger. I became more disciplined. I became less needy on outside influences to make myself feel good. And I just started experiencing life at a completely different level. Like, honestly, a completely different level. And when I was done with Tyson, right, after 8 weeks, I had put on muscle while working out like 2 hours a week tops. Whereas previously I was working out like 5-6 hours a week. I put on more muscle, I burned more fat, and I lost weight and added muscle and was stronger and became faster and had a better relationship with my wife. And my finances started to shift from stagnant to, well, let's just say they accelerated quickly. And overall, just my life in general became better. My overall zest for life became more spontaneous, right? And less repetitive. And I became more present in everything that I do. And here I am, 4 or 5 months later, after working with Tyson, and my business couldn't be better, my marriage couldn't be better, my relationships with my friends and family couldn't be better than they are. And more importantly, my relationship with myself in all areas, my spirituality, my outlook on life, and my vulnerability and spontaneity has gone to a level that honestly I never possibly imagined. Like, it wasn't something that I considered as a byproduct of working with Tyson. But I got to tell you, and I haven't stopped working with him. I continue to work with him. He's worth every damn dollar times 10, if not 100. And I can tell you, I was skeptical, like a lot of people are going in, of what it was that I was going to experience. But I can tell you that the day that I made the decision to hire Tyson was one of the best days of my life, and that's no joke. And I consider him a brother through this process because we became so close, because he impacted my life so much that I'll forever be indebted to him. And Tyson, if you're listening, buddy, I love you. I appreciate you. And I would do anything for you. Thank you so much for not letting me listen to my shit. Thank you for letting me unpack it safely in an environment that was conducive to growth. And thank you for your leadership and living your life of authenticity and truth. Because I know that it's a little bit cliche-ish, but you live your life as that lighthouse. And by doing so, for those of us that follow you, you set us free, man. I love you, brother. Thank you.